Hey friends, this is Jennifer Terri and welcome to another Philippine travel update. If you're traveling to the Philippines, if you want to travel to the Philippines, well, this channel is the place to go. So, as promised, this is a Q&A video. You submitted your questions on the comment section. I also selected some questions that was privately messaged to me. For those who privately messaged me, sorry guys if sometimes not sometimes, always. Hindi ko nasasagutan yung questions nyo. I received so many questions and I'm only one person. But I try my best to reply to all of you. So thank you so much for your questions. And yeah, let's answer some of them. Let's start with, this is no name, but hi sis. Ask ko lang, July 16 ang flight namin ng friend ko from Switzerland, arriving in Clark. Can we stay in one room together with my friend? And which hotel accepts two person in one room? Alright sis, so sharing a room for quarantine with your friend, very impossible na payagan po yan. Kahit nga mag-asawa, mag-anak, halos di na po payagan ng ibang hotels. Yung friendship po, malabo po payagan. Same household, same flight. Possibility na allowed in some hotels, but friendship, I doubt it. You would have to find separate rooms po. Next question. Good PM ma'am, may nagtanong po, nandito po ako sa Afghanistan. I'm here in Afghanistan 15 days. I've been here. I want to go home to the Philippines. I have a Bangladeshi passport and he is an SRRV holder. Okay, so SRRVs don't need the FA exemption anymore. As long as you have a valid and existing SRRV, you may enter the Philippines. So this person is coming from Afghanistan, but he has a Bangladeshi passport. So Afghanistan is not a banned country. So you may enter the Philippines if you're coming from Afghanistan, even though you're a Bangladeshi passport holder. As long as you don't have a travel history for the last 14 days, from the 7 banned countries, then you may enter the Philippines po, if you are an SRRV. If you want to recheck, double check, you can message immigration to confirm. At least you have some proof to show if maybe may airline tatanungin ka. So, yeah, that's my advice. Next question. Hello po, good day. Ask ko lang po kung may quarantine pa po ba galing sa ibang bansa po. Yes po, may quarantine pa din. 10 days sa hotel, 4 days sa final destination. But that's not always the case. Always coordinate with your LGU because some LGUs will ask you to quarantine for another 7 days or whatever they want days. That's why it's always best to ask your LGU. But the national policy is 10 days in the hotel, 4 days at home. Next question is from Maribel. Hello Jennifer, I'm a follower of your YouTube channel. Thank you Maribel, who is not subscribed here. Subscribe ka naman Jen. Next, her question is, I'm just gonna ask, magtatanong sana ko if US citizen going home to the Philippines, do we need round-trip ticket? No, you don't need round-trip ticket. Okay, Balikbayans po don't need round-trip ticket coming to the Philippines. Next question is from Banik. Hi Jen, ano ba ang official days quarantine? Nakabook kami ng just today 9 nights sa El Rancho. Sobra yata ang reservation ko. Hindi po sobra ang reservation nyo. Tamang-tama lang po. The reservation should be 9 nights. Next question is from Tom Bailey. Hello, so you were suggested by a friend. Thank you. My wife is from the Philippines and need to visit cause of a death in the family there. Condolence. We need to discuss the whole quarantine thing. First, are there places to stay at the airport? If not, since we are supposed to quarantine, who gets us to and from the hotel? Okay, I'll answer this question first. So, are there places to stay at the airport? No, you need to go outside the airport and quarantine in an accredited hotel. For the list, if you're landing in Clark, visit Clark website. If you're landing in Cebu, visit Cebu website. All the information is there. If you're landing in Manila, I have the link in my description box. Visit that one. It has a complete list of all the hotels that you can stay at for quarantine. You cannot just stay in any hotel that that you want. Okay? And you have to book for 9 nights. That is mandatory, non-negotiable. Next question. And if we test negative, do we have to stay the whole 7 days? We are both fully vaccinated. Not just 7 days, Tom, it's 10 days. And I assume you're vaccinated abroad. Yeah, for now, it's still 10 days even if you're fully vaccinated abroad. Next question is from Praveen. I have already taken my 2 doses of vaccination. The second dose being administered a month ago. Do I still need to quarantine for 10 days if I am tested negative at Manila Airport? First, there is no more testing at the airport. Your testing will be done on the 7th day at your hotel. And yes, if you're fully vaccinated abroad, I assume, still need to quarantine for 10 days. Next is from Shanor. I appreciate your YouTube videos. Thank you, Shanor. I was wondering if you have any insight to a situation like mine. I am in America and have Filipino friends who have lived here for years. Just before the pandemic, February 2020, they introduced me to their cousin via Facebook. The cousin lives in Iloilo City. She and I began a long-term relationship that has continued to this day, and we are very much in love. Parang MMK naman to, guys. Keep going. I would love to get her to the US through the 90-day fiancé visa, but we have not and cannot meet in person as required prior to the visa because of many travel bans. Do you know of anyone who has successfully used the difficulty in traveling to extend the requirement to have met in person before a visa can be granted? If you really need to meet with this Filipino girlfriend of yours, you can meet in a third country. There are countries that are open for tourism, like Maldives, Mexico. And so if you were to meet in a third country, there are 2 ways to do this. So it depends on the situation of your fiance. So let's say she has a travel history abroad, she's working, and she has some sort of financial capacity to show, bank statement, then she could say she's going overseas because for tourism. She wants to go overseas for tourism. That's the easiest way. But let's say if she doesn't have travel history, well, she may say that she is meeting her fiance overseas, and so a lot of documents is involved in that. The Philippines is really, really strict for traveling for Filipinas. I would suggest to join this group, Love is Not Tourism Philippines, and have a read through the post. You will learn a lot of from experiences and requirements from different people. Next question is from Shell. Hi, may gusto ko lang po sana humingi ng simple advice. Second dose of vaccinations ko po sa July 16 at nakaschedule po flight ko sa July 17. Rebook twice na. Sa tingin niyo po ba, okay lang kung kinabukasan ang flight ko after the vaccine? Thank you so much, Shell, sa subaybay sa YouTube. I'm not a doctor to advise, but based on my experience or based on my observations, if wala namang side effect na maramdaman after vaccination, you're fine naman. Wala namang restriction na hindi ka pwedeng bumiyahe o lumabas after vaccination. Let's just pray. Please, lakasan nyo po yung immune system ninyo. Kasi baka may times kasi na yung side effect ng vaccination ay fever. So, yun po yung kailangan yung abangan or obserbahan sa sarili ninyo. So, let's pray, Shell, na wala kang fever after vaccination. Pero, some people naman, like me, I didn't experience anything after my second dose. So, I hope ganun din sa iyo. Okay. Next question is from JV. Hello, ma'am. Ask ko lang po. Pag fully vaccinated na from other countries, ilang araw po ba ang quarantine? Libre po ba ang hotel and swab test? This is the number one question really, no? If you're fully vaccinated abroad po, for now, as of now, June 25, it's 10 days quarantine pa din po. Libre po ba ang hotel and swab test? If OFW ka po, libre. Next question is from Marisa. Hi Jen, I hope you noticed this question. Ask lang, required po ba talaga na fully vaccinated once a Filipino will be working overseas? No, that is not a requirement by our government. However, it can be a requirement of your country of destination po. But I'm sure your employer or your agency naman will let you know if required. If it is required indeed, or even if it's not required po, pwede na pong magpa-vaccine ang mga OFW na lalabas ng bansa within 4 months. Yes. So, for example, alis ka ng Pilipinas, June, July, August, September, October, pwede ka na magpa-vaccines ngayon. Actually, mas maaga po, mas mabuti kasi some vaccines require weeks and weeks before the second dose. So, sa mga kababaeng pwedeng OFWs, pwede na po kayo mabaksinan kung paalis kayo ng bansa. From Maryland, kailan po kaya effectivity nung sinabi ng presidente na libre na ang PCR test sa 12 quarantine ng mga non-OFWs? Wala pa po tayong alam kung matutupad ba yon. Wala pa tayong alam kung kailan ang effectivity date. So, we're still waiting, guys. Well, as soon as we get more information, I will let you know. Next question. So, even Cebu residents are now required to quarantine in the hotel for 10 days? Yes. Yes. Everyone, 10 days. Cora, please can we have information as to what requirements are required to travel to the Philippines? Guys, this is a long explanation, so please, I refer this video. I explain everything there. Next question, do we still need Trace app? Trace app, yes. Letter of acceptance from our LGU, depends if your LGU needs it. Some LGUs don't, some LGUs do. Please coordinate, contact your LGU before your flight to the Philippines, or you can contact them during your hotel quarantine because you have a lot of time. And then, if government is paying for hotel quarantine, how does this work? If you are an OFW, easy. OWWA, there's an OWWA desk at the airport. They will do everything for you. But if you are a non-OFW, for now, there is no formal announcement. There's nothing official about that free hotel for non-OFWs. And do we book the hotel ourselves? If you are a non-OFW, yes. You have to pre-book it for 9 nights. What are the procedures upon arrival? Please refer to my old videos po. That's it. Next question. From Andy. Why do you never mention the UK in your videos? Only once you have mentioned the UK. UK. Okay, I will mention UK soon. Andy. Well, Andy has a follow-up question right after I chatted. He replied, I have a wife and son in Barangay Kilim by Leyte, and I have not seen them in 2 years. Oh, sorry about that, Andy. You must miss them so much. For foreign spouse or foreign parents of Filipinos po, to enter the Philippines, you need a visa and a DFA exemption if you're traveling by yourself. That's gonna be a bloody and a tedious process. I have made a video about the DFA exemption, but the best thing that you do, the first step that you should take is to contact the Philippine Embassy. Yes. Philippine Embassy, always. And join our group. Join this group. This group is composed of or members of foreign spouse and foreign parents of Filipinos. You know, you don't have to go through this alone. You can get a lot of information from this group. It's very important to have a community, guys. Kung may pinagdanaanan kayo, yung mga Pilipino sa 7 bansa, join kayo ng group para hindi niyo maramdamang mag-isa kayo. Nakakatulong po pag may mga kausap kayo na nasa same situation ninyo. Next question, Josephine. Hi ma'am, do you know if they allow outbound travel for tourists? Yes, very much allowed. What are the requirements needed? The requirements for your country of destination, of course. As to the Philippine government, the requirement for Filipinos on tourist visas are travel and health insurance, a round-trip ticket, and a Bureau of Immigration form acknowledging the risk of travel. That's it. Next question is from Eric. If couple kami uuwi, Miss Jen, are we gonna stay in one room or separate room? It depends on your hotel. Some hotels will allow it, some hotels will don't. So please coordinate with the hotel. Look for that list, BOQ complete list, and then call the hotel. Hi, we are couples traveling soon. We want to quarantine together. Are we allowed to quarantine there together? Yun po, always ask the hotel, confirm. Para hindi po kayo magaya sa mga ibang kababayan natin. Marami na pong instances, mag-asawa, isang room lang ang binook. Pagdating sa hotel, bawal pala. Nagpabook pa ng isang room. Imagine, mag-asawa, hindi kasama sa quarantine. Next question is from Michael Ward. Hello, Jennifer. My wife is Filipino, I'm American. Can we still relocate there permanently if we quarantine for 10 days? Thank you for all your work. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Hope you don't get stressed with the quarantine. Thank you, Michael. It's very thoughtful. God bless you. God bless you too. Alright, Michael. Yes, there's nothing that will stop you from relocating here permanently. If you're gonna be traveling with your wife, you will get the Balikbayan visa. Allows you 1 year visa-free entry and stay in the Philippines. So once you get here, within that 1 year, apply for a 13A permanent visa if you want to stay here for a long period. Otherwise, you can apply for 9A visa, extend, but that's gonna be hassle, but really up to you. So either you can do the 9A visa, tourist visa, extend, up to 3 years stay, or you can do the 13A permanent visa. Next question is from Arley. You have to book your hotel before arrived, or can you book it when you arrive at the airport? You have to book it po in advance kasi they will look for it at your check-in. Okay? So book in advance always. That's a requirement for non-OFWs, foreigners, balikbayans. For OFWs, you don't have to worry about that. Next question is from Boo. Hi. While in hotel quarantine, are you allowed to have guests? If so, what is or are the requirements? I wish we could have guests, guys. But we can't have guests while we are on quarantine. Next question is from Carmenia. Hello, I'm a senior citizen vacationing in Thailand. At last, I was able to go home PAL flight yesterday. Congrats, Carmenia. Welcome back home. Here are my expenses. So this is not a question, guys. This is just a sharing of her experience. So she is a senior. I didn't find it hard to queue because I was the last to leave the plane. And I think senior citizens are always priority po. When it comes to queues, you'll always be in priority. Her swab test was only 3,200 because she was able to avail seniors discount. And I will be waiting after 10 days and go home to Bacolod for my 7 days home quarantine at our LGU in Bago City. I have to download an S-Pass. Yes po, I will talk about that S-Pass soon, no? But again, different LGUs have different rules. It seems like for every LGU is a different country. They have their own rules. They don't care about the Manila protocols, IATF. If they want you to quarantine for another 7 days, they can do it. That's why I always advise you guys to please coordinate with your LGU just so you know what will happen once you arrive there. Next question is from Merlin. Jen, halimbawa ang flight mo from US to Davao tapos need mag-quarantine 10 days sa Manila. So mag-book ka lang from US to Manila then mag-book ka ulit ng Manila to Davao? Correct, Merlin. So guys, so let's say you have a flight, I don't know, I'm just making this up, but baka tawanan niyo ako. New York to San Francisco to Manila. That's okay. But you have to stay in Manila for 10 days and then you can move on to your Manila to Davao flight. So my advice, you buy your domestic flight once you arrive in the Philippines. You may do so. Or you can book in advance. So if you want, you can book the flight afternoon on the 10th day upon arrival. So for example, you arrive in the Philippines July 1, the earliest, so you can book your domestic flight July 10 in the afternoon. I wouldn't be recommending morning because sometimes the negative result or BOQ certificate can be delayed. So afternoon the latest, Or the safest ever is day 11. Okay, that's all the questions, guys, for this video. I will soon I'll do a live Q&A soon. So let me know what time is the most convenient for you guys, but it has to be Philippine time because I'm here na, guys. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any more questions, drop them down below. And yeah, God bless us all. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and share.